You're watching Telecom TV from ONS North America 2018 in Los Angeles. And I'm joined now by Luis Gomez Palacio from Lumina Networks. Luis, thanks for joining us on Telecom TV. What sorts of companies should be considering open source SDN?
Yeah, for those companies or enterprise delivering open source based solution, the most challenging thing probably is integration with existing components and other solutions, because everything that is open source is normally a standard, and not everything is a standard in the deployment. So that's why the integration is very important. The second is support. I mean, you need to support these solutions, write documentation around it, and this has an extra work.
So how does Lumina Networks start to engage with a customer?
Yeah, so Lumina will have a very straight approach. We first try to understand from the customer what they are looking for from SDN point of view. Second, because we have some experience in open source, we recommend which component open source can be used, or they are more stable, less stable. I mean, we kind of recommendation. And then finally, we go in an agile development process to get something done very quickly so we can show that things actually work.
So give me an example of the process.
Yeah, with some particular customer, we have an example where we meet with them for, I think it was a couple of weeks, just to design all the solution together, based in open source. Then after some talks, we went and prepare some kind of prototype for 2 months, very basic functionality, only API, basic implementation. And after that, they were, it was up to show something. And from there, you can work on making something that is more production and ready for the...
In terms of deployments, what are the challenges of using open source?
So, in terms of deployments, I think that for deployment, the challenge is always, I commented this a little bit before, the challenge is mostly the integration and the support. So first is the integrate an open source solution. You need to spend your cycle, testing and interoperating with the devices that are multi-vendor in most of the cases. And then the second is that you have to support an open source solution. That normally means you have to have a very strong relation or link with the upstream community to support these things.
And how does Lumina help overcome these challenges?
Yeah, so Lumina, we have engineers and developers, what we call NetDev, which they have a mix of networking and also integration skills, as well as they can develop software. On top of that, we have open source engineers that they work upstream. So whenever there is a problem, we go and we put whatever fix in the upstream community.
And what are the main benefits of using open source?
Well, open source, come back again, I think it's open, it's very flexible, so you can build a lot of things on top of it. And then second and most important is a standard made of multi-vendor contribution. So the multi-vendor is the standard and also the support. So you have multiple support for multiple companies.
If open source is so difficult, why do people use it?
Well, the thing, this is like a long-term investment. So now you need to invest a lot of time, agreeing in the communities, in the open source, working there, getting something done. Eventually, over time, you will see the benefits, which is all the standardization, all the multi-vendor, all the openness and the flexibility.
And how do partnerships fit into this picture?
Yeah, so open source is all about multi-vendor, we mentioned before, so it's very key that you have your partner relation, because it's not anymore one big company providing the entire thing. Now you have to partner with other vendors to provide the full solution. So good relation with them and you can get something. It's a win-win.
Will deploying open source get easier over time, and if so, how?
Yeah, so open source will get easier by doing more deployments based in open source in their network, so that we fix more issues, and then by doing that, things get less need to support. The second thing is the mature as well of the open source communities, that as long as they go with the time, they get more stable products and you can consume them in a better way.
Luis, thanks for joining us on Telecom TV.
Yeah, thank you.